Hi, it's Christian, founder at carotul.com. We are the CCIE leaders, and today I'm going to talk to you about Zero to CCNA in 24 weeks, Zoom sessions, hands-on based, official launch, Saturday, 25th of February, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. If you have an appointment, cancel it because you need to be here because the magic is going to happen here, so you don't want to miss this appointment. We are going to change completely the game in this industry. We are going to create new CCNA engineers with solid foundations, and after, you are going to arrive at CCIE level. So let's start from the very beginning, because we really need to understand the problem here. The problem is that I talk every day with people. I see a lot of enthusiasm. People know all the opportunities the IT market provides to everyone. Everyone has dreams, everyone has goals. You know what you can do, you can transform your life, but there is a problem. You are very, very busy and you have a limited amount of time to learn new things. Now, what you want to find is a program that helps you to reach your goal, because we understand here, because I personally was there in your situation, your current situation is you are extremely busy, and when you have a program, you want someone that take you there, assist you. You want to have assistance. So this time we decided to do something bigger. We decided to go beyond any possible imagination. What we created here, live sessions, Zoom-based configurations. We start from the configuration. So follow me. You want to build, first thing, a configuration habit. You want to build a configuration habit. And this is the first thing you have to do. And this is the reason why we decided to force you to join the Zoom session. But that's not only this. You know, people try to do these things as fast as they can. But the problem is that you need some time to absorb the information. The key word is always the same, consistency. So you need to give to yourself not stress, but the perfect timing to practice everything on your own. So you need to understand this. We created this program designed in 24 weeks, not because you need 24 weeks to become a CCNA engineer. CCNA can be done in 4 weeks. We know that, and in our Zero to CCIE program, CCNA has 4 weeks. Why? Because you just need 4 weeks when you want to move fast to CCIE, because you are already CCNA, CCNP level, so you don't want to stay 24 weeks on CCNA. But when you start from scratch, when you are already at that level, you start from scratch is different, because what you want to do is you want to build those foundations and you don't have any. But it's not the only thing. We realize that when you are so busy and when you start the journey towards CCIE, when you arrive at the end of the process, you feel tired, you feel exhausted. Generally because you find a new job. This happens to all our students all the time. And this is extremely good because you find a new job, you have more money, you like it more. We are very happy to hear this. But at the same time, they report us, oh, but now I don't have too much time anymore because the new job requires more energy. I have to learn new things at work and I'm busy and I can't, I need to postpone this. And here, I always disagree. I say, I'm very happy that you find a new job, but you really need to keep the configuration habit. That's where I started delivering to my students mindset session to explain that the key is this: you need to keep the configuration habit. But still, there are people, they are really unable to find the energy, to find the resources to say, I will rebuild the configuration habit. No, this time we go beyond that line and we say, okay, we design a program for a professional procrastinator. That's it. It is the final program. We say, no, this time we force you to rebuild the configuration habit. Starting from where? Starting from the foundations. Because this is the point. When something happens, when you feel like lost, when you have even the best program in your life and you can't execute it, well, you feel frustrated. You can't do that. You need to find a way to rebuild your foundations. You need to find a way to rebuild your configuration habit. And that's why we build here Zero to CCNA in 24 weeks. And stay with me until the end of this video, because I will explain you that this program is for new students. I'm talking to so many people at this time because there is a desperate need for this. And I'm very happy because, to be really honest with you, I'm going to integrate in our school new students finally from scratch, so that they won't have the pain of going elsewhere and experiencing the always same truth. All this theory, and never hands-on. So if you know us already, you know us, we are providing at least half the program hands-on based, because we totally believe in hands-on. But this time we want to exceed this, and we want to start from the hands-on. Of course, it's impossible to do that at CCIE level, but it's absolutely reasonable, and honestly, it's a fantastic project starting at CCNA level, so a foundational level. So follow me, because today I'm going to explain you everything in details. So I will talk to you if you are a new student. I'm going to talk to you if you are an old student, an existing student. So I have really to talk to you because you understand what is this new Zero to CCNA program in 24 weeks. How you can build the configuration habit? Well, you need to do only one thing. And this thing is, you need to join the Zoom session on a Sunday. So first of all, people already asked me so many times this question, and I have to answer here. What time, what day? So the first appointment, we decided we need to define an appointment, a date, a schedule. And we decided just to start Sunday, Sunday noon, midday, Eastern time. And it will be the first appointment 5th of March. So as you know, the launch is on Saturday, 25th of February at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So just be familiar with these dates, because we really need to be on the same page. So there is a limited amount of time to make the decision afterwards, so you really need to be fast. So I highly recommend to prepare everything, because what I'm going to announce on the 25th of February is a no-brainer price. So there's no excuse, there's no serial procrastinator this time will be able to find an excuse to not do this. You will become a CCNA engineer with solid foundation. So just prepare your card, just prepare your PayPal open when you enter on the 25th of February, the final launch, the official launch presentation of Zero to CCNA in 24 weeks, because you are going to join. I tell you, if you are an existing student, I will surprise you because I will make a no-brainer offer. And if you are a new student, I will make a no-brainer offer for you as well. You'll see something never seen here, because if you follow me now, I will explain you everything. You say, okay, but this must be incredibly expensive. No, I will shock you on the 25th. But now just listen to what I'm explaining you about this program, because this is something that goes beyond any possible imagination. So, first thing first, you need to build the configuration habit. And how we ensure this? We ensure that you're going to build the configuration habit by providing you the Zoom session on a Sunday. And you start, you say, okay, Sunday, noon, I can't. because I will need to make it during the weekdays on the evening because I'm busy on Sunday. Okay, that's not an excuse. Again, we are going to fix all these problems for even the serial procrastinators. So the first time, yes, will be on a Sunday and will be at noon, but we are going to define an alternative time. So we are going to listen to what you say during the first Zoom session, and we are going to listen, majority of people, for an alternative. So just to give you an idea, probably we arrive at the end with an appointment for the morning during the weekends and another appointment, for example, in the evening during the weekdays. We keep Eastern time just as a reference so that we can integrate easily students in Pacific, Los Angeles, and students in UK. We want to ensure that Europe and US will be connected at the same time, but we probably offer 2 appointments. Again, 1 evening weekend, weekdays, and 1 days weekends. So there's no excuse. You'll be able to join. But the main question I receive is, okay, but how can I join the Zoom session if I don't know anything about what you're talking about? And this is a very good question. And the answer is, when you're going to join the Zoom session, you already know what will be inside the lesson. So the only missing part will be the full configuration. So you know the theory. You'll be shocked how little time it will take you to understand the concept, because we break it down in 24 appointments. So this is something that changed completely the game. There will be days you'll need 10 minutes to prepare an appointment. Other days, maybe you need half an hour, but in a week. When you are going to be very, very busy, to prepare the appointment will take you 1 hour. Maybe 3 lessons, 1 hour in total. So 20, 20, and 20 minutes. And you are good to go to the training. But to be really honest with you, you can even skip this theory part, maximum 1 hour. You can simply join the Zoom session. So what happened during the Zoom session? So you join the Zoom session live, and you see the trainer and the black screen, configuration mode. Okay, there is an introduction, trainer talk, a little bit about what you're going to experience during the day, and you jump into it. Then you see the configuration. And whilst the trainer talking, you remember what you listened before in our videos, explaining you the concept, if you had the opportunity to watch those videos. Now, the trainer is going to show you, to guide you through the configuration, and at the end, let's say the last half an hour is more or less 1 hour and a half, 2 hour sessions. During the last half an hour, we'll open to everyone. So you have a Q&A portion of the mastermind, and you're going to ask all the questions you want to ask. So you see, at this point, you can ask questions, so you can have the trainer showing you the details you probably didn't understand completely, but this is not enough. Because you see, now the first session is over, 1 of 24, and you're going to receive 2 things. Keep in mind 2 things. First, the recording of the lesson. So you see the video recording of the Zoom session you attended. But the second, most importantly, you're going to receive the same configuration environment, the same environment based on EvenG. We provide you everything. You don't need anything on your side. The only requirement on your side is a Windows machine with a Pentium processor and 16 gig of RAM. That's it. If you have this, we provide you everything. Licenses, we provide you the files, we provide you everything, instructions to install it, and assistance in case you have issues. You'll never be stuck on this. So you don't have excuses, and you can start the configuration from day 1. And imagine, in day 1, you start already the configuration following the trainer. Now, what happens is that it takes you 1 hour maximum, and you're good to go. And you're starting the preparation for the second appointment. So now you just need to watch the video again, and then you're super prepared, and you just need to wait the next week for seeing the new configuration. If you're bored, well, no problem, you can configure again your lab, and you can review the videos from the previous week and this week. But you see, you are in motion, you are there, and instead of saying, I have to do too much, I have to do more, I don't find the motivation. No, you are there, you just need to wait the next week to prepare the new configuration with the trainer. So you start from the opposite side now. You just wait the appointment. This is your only task, waiting the appointment with the trainer. And you know that the first thing you'll do, you'll see him to do the config, and you can ask questions. Again, you receive back the hands-on lab, same environment, works out of the box. You just press a button. You don't lose time preparing things that never work. Everything works. And now you just need to execute again the lab on your own. Imagine how powerful this is. But this is not enough, because I asked the trainer to do more, and we discussed, and you'll see something that will change completely your life, because you'll be obsessed by the configuration. Because when you understand everything and you see results, you want to do more. And I found a way to, let's say, create a new strategy. And let me tell you, Arpit is your trainer and is completely focused now on creating the best labs for you that you never can imagine. This is something that is a game changer, will change the life of the new engineers. If you join this program, you'll leave 99% of the new starters behind you, because you start with a hands-on in a moment where at CCNA level and CCNP level, the labs are not even required. And if you wonder why we do this, I will explain you later. But now, let's continue, and let's talk about the price, because I'm sure that you have concerns about the price. You say, well, but this can be extremely expensive, because it's how many hours with the trainer live? Well, it's a lot of time. You're right, it's 100 hours at the end, because if you think it's 24 appointments and probably 2 groups, so 48 hours, and 48 hours in total is almost 100 hours. And you can join even the 2 sessions if you want to make even more repetition, one in the weekdays, one in the weekends. Then we see how many people will join, and we'll make the decision finally about the number of groups we are going to create, if necessary. But you really need to understand one thing. The price this time will surprise you. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm sure that when you join this after you want to arrive at CCIE. Because when you start from configuration from day one, and you understand everything, and you really see your own progress, you find first a huge amount of motivation, because you see your results, and that's where the motivation comes from your results, nothing else. We can tell you anything, but until you don't see your own results, you don't see yourself showing up and doing the configuration, well, you'll never find the real motivation to continue. You really need to do the hands-on. That's why I insist on the mindset for this. You need to do the hands-on. And with this new program, we force you to do the hands-on. So, at the end, you're going to join our Zero to CCIE program. Because when you start with the hands-on from CCNA, after, well, you are going to come to me asking me to join as soon as possible the Zero to CCIE, because you know that your life will change completely when you arrive to be an expert. Because you know these things. You know how much the companies are willing to pay for an expert. You know how important it is to be an architect nowadays, knowing everything, routing and switching, and building solid foundation. After, you can move to anything. You can move to service provider, data center, security, Juniper. You can move to anything when you are an expert routing and switching enterprise level. And if you are already our student, I highly recommend to join this program anyway. And what I'm going to do to integrate all our existing students, I will propose a prize for the existing students. Again, a pure no-brainer, because you'll see, you need to wait. Don't ask me now, because honestly, I don't say to anyone this. No one knows. I'm the only one. This time, really, I don't say to anyone until that day. But what I can promise you, this time will be a prize that will shock you. Because I'm tired to hear all those people that they say, oh, this was bad training. This was so expensive. I lost $5,000 for 5 days and they didn't give me anything. Nothing works. Nothing works. And I have to read all these books and it's so boring and I sleep and I don't have time to do that and I don't understand. No one give me an idea about what I have to do. I see people, I hear all the time, I see people showing me what they're doing at CCIE level. They are studying for 5 years. They are losing a lot of money because they failed the exam 3-4 times and they prepare the exam in this way. They just keep going back and forward, back and forward. Guys, now it's 2023. What is 2023? 2023 is the year of action. Is the year of action. You need to do the hands-on. You need to do the work. You need to do the configuration. And this time, again, there's no excuse, because you just need to show up to the Zoom session. And we are going to make the configuration with you. In 24 weeks, one topic at a time. I will do it as well, of course, because where there are the foundations, I'm always, always there, because I'm obsessed with the fundamentals. And you see, 2023 is the year of action, but don't forget that action plus interaction is your success. Action plus interaction is your success. You need to take action. You need to do the config, but you need to interact with the trainer. It's an appointment. You show up like in a real school. That's what you need. But you don't need those boot camps where you just go there for 5 days and they try to push you like all the information in few hours and all the CCIE in 5 days. Sorry. That, I don't want to say that doesn't work at all, but those boot camps are designed, and I need to explain because there are people really that they try those. They are designed when you're already basically prepared to do the exam, when you are ready to do the lab. People go there in 5 days and they try to push inside you everything. But you can't think that you can learn from zero to CCIE everything in 5 days. It's impossible. It's impossible. And to be really honest with you, it's impossible also in CCNA. That's why in our Zero to CCIE program, we take at least 4 weeks to guide you through and to push you towards CCIE. There is a difference between 5 days and 4 weeks. However, this is possible only from the theoretical point of view. When you want to do the configuration, when you want to build solid foundations, when you want to master deeply all the concepts, you need more time, because your brain needs to absorb little by little all the concepts, and your hands need to be in action all the time. You need to do the configuration. So you see, every single week you are going to learn a new concept, but you really need to understand that this time you are going to master this concept in a way that you will never forget. And that's why I decided to create this program called Zero to CCNA in 24 weeks, because it's the perfect integration with our existing program Zero to CCIE. Especially for those people, and again, I'm aware that they find the job immediately Basically, after 8 weeks, 10 weeks, the average is between 8 and 13 weeks. In Zero to CCIE, they find the job, they change the job, because of course they now know their stuff, they show up at the interview and they get the job. I have so many examples, almost everyone. I mean, the exception is someone doesn't change the job, but those people is because they earn already an insane amount of money and they don't need to change it, they don't even look for a new job. But otherwise, all the students in Zero to CCIE, they find new jobs and they become busy. So the first thing they tell me is, Christian, the program is great, but I get stuck when I arrive to the labs because now I'm too busy at work. And I try to push them. I try to do anything possible. I try to do the mindset session, but I understand, because when you are tired, you are tired. When you're tired, you need to relax. When you're tired, you don't have the energy to do the hands-on. And that's where this becomes magic. If you're already a Zero to CCIE student, you arrive at the last part, you just need to prepare the multi-protocol. This is exactly the program for you. I'm telling you, that's why I will create a formula that will become a no-brainer in terms of prices, because I understand you already studied with us the theory, so you don't want to pay the theory, of course, you have it already. This is a complete new program. 48 hours with the trainer. I will find a way to let you have a price that will shock you. Say, okay, but this I can't say no. Even if you don't need it, if you, oh, I don't need it. When I say to you the conditions, you arrive and you decide to join this, because this is the foundation. And if you are a new student and you are tired to losing all this time with this subscription, nothing works. This time you'll see that I will propose you something that is completely at another level, at another price. It's a no-brainer price. You need to be patient. You need to wait the 25th of February, 4 p.m. Eastern time, because I'm going to give you the details about the no-brainer price only there that time. You need to be patient. I can't share this with you now, but you need to be prepared, because after, there's no time. Think about it. February is a short month, and you arrive 4 p.m. Eastern on the 25th. I will announce you, this will shock you, and I'm sure you decide to join, because there's no alternative to this. This is really a program that will change your life. So you're going to, for sure, sign up on the 25th, and then there is a little time. You can't lose this time, because on the 5th of March, is a Sunday, at noon p.m. Eastern time, the training starts. Then we give you, if there will be second class in the evening, weekdays, we'll provide you the details later. You'll be informed internally, inside the team, inside the group. So you see, the time is really limited, and the places are limited. We don't open to everyone this, because otherwise it will become crazy. So you need to make the decision on the 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So be there. Don't lose this appointment. I will announce it again and again. I will send you email with the details. Read the emails. Just go through the email. These are the things that you really need to change your life. You don't need the entertainment. You don't need the subscription. Don't work. Just there. Ah, no, but at least I can relax. But you don't need to relax. You need to show up, Zoom session, and start from the config, then receiving the config, practicing. And little by little, you'll see yourself doing the work. This is the only thing. There's no shortcut here. It's full of people out there. They are not able to do the configuration. They show up at the job interviews. They ask them a basic question. They are not able to answer. How can you transform your life if you are in that situation? And trust me, even those people, they are in position, they are full of stress. Because when you don't know your stuff and you have to perform your tasks during the day, you are not comfortable. You want to be confident. You want to be the one who knows everything. Because when you know everything, or almost everything, you just focus on the details. You have the foundations right. And you know what? I'm always surprised to see that this concept is so clear to people already advanced level, but it's completely unclear to the new starters. So that's why a lot of new starters try this training, that they are obsolete and they are maybe done in 1996 and they talk about a 56K connection. I mean, they start talking about their dog's name and they say the temperature, about the temperature outside is too cold or is too hot. And then, you see, I just named the dog and you can maybe hear in the background, they start talking about these things, but you don't need these things. You need to do the configuration. You need to do the hands-on. You don't need to know the details. You don't want to be entertained. You don't want to start talking about routing and switching and then, oh, by the way, let's talk about cybersecurity. That's not the point. That's not how it works. You need to show up. First lesson, IPv4. Do the work, do the configuration. And you need to see yourself doing the progress. When you see yourself doing the progress, you'll find the motivation to continue because you start trusting yourself. You start saying, I believe in myself because I'm doing it. You see, I'm talking to people like me. I have 3 children. I talk to people, they say to me, I have 6 children. I have 5 children. I have 4 children. And I listen carefully because I see how busy the life can become when you have children and when you have more than 1, more than 2. And I imagine someone who has 6. Sometimes I see people, they have 10. I mean, imagine 10 children. I mean, it's a full-time life with 10 children. And I really look about how they organize their time. And I check the way they wake up, which is extremely early, similar to me, and the way you change, you transform your life when you have more children. And what I can see is that there is no excuse to not do these things. The only valid reason is having the wrong program. Those programs that they are obsolete, very old, they show you some entertainment, they show you some theory, and then it's up to you to do the work. So that doesn't work, honestly. Or works for someone. There are people, they can use them. You can see there are people, they say, okay, but for me it works. And I don't say anything. I don't want to say, because I want to be honest, I don't want to say they're bad training. No, there is some information. You find some information. Can be useful, yes. Can you arrive at success? Not me, but yes. And when I say not me, because you see, you need a guided process, completely linear and sequential, and you need to be pushed towards the result. Because there will be days you don't want to show up, but then you have to think, okay, what I have to do? You just have to show up at the Zoom meeting. Can you do that? When you show up at the Zoom meeting, your job is done, because after you are there, I mean, unless you decide to close the Zoom meeting, but that's, I mean, even a serial procrastinator doesn't arrive at that level. When you are there, you just need to patiently look what the trainer is doing that day. And you know what happened? Something really incredible will happen. That you realize that it's not so hard. It's not so complicated like you think. It's just that you decided to choose programs that they leave you alone, that they don't care if you work or not. They don't care who you are. They don't know you. If they contact you, it's a department that let you sign some agreement that you can't leave them for 36 or 48 months. And then I hear people complaining because they say, oh, no, but your trainings are too expensive. Again, I am aware that we have a different price compared to the others, but there is a reason, because we force you to do the work. And when you do the work, you'll see that it's not so complicated at all. You just need to show up, you just need to take action, and when you have the right program and you see your results, trust me, you are the one who doesn't want to stop anymore. Because you see a positive feedback loop, you see results, and you see that you were wasting a huge amount of time before. You don't want to do that. Time is the most important resource you have in your life. So think about it. This is the best training ever I presented, I can tell you. And I can tell you because Zero to CCNA arrives in a moment where really there is a desperate need of engineers able to do the configuration. And in February 2020, 3 years ago, exactly 3 years ago, it's a coincidence, Cisco decided to remove all the configuration from CCNA and CCNA. So at the moment the market is there and there's no one able anymore to do the configuration. And the job interviews, they start screaming, say, no one has experience, no one knows what to do. They start hiring CCIE engineers for CCNA level position. This is the situation. Meaning with a price, a salary of CCIE, performing CCNA jobs. This is the situation. Because there is a lag, the salaries keep increasing all the time. You need to take advantage in a moment where everything becomes different and everything goes towards automation. If you are skilled, if you know the right things, you can get the best positions, you can change your life. You can work remotely, you can change the quality of your life. But do you know how many people talk to me every day and they tell me all the same thing? Look at me. I am in pre-retirement now after 3 years. Now it's 3 years that I'm in pre-retirement. Soon I have to say at the age of 50. I liked when I was saying at the age of 46. But soon I have to say at the age of 50. Still a good age. But you can work from your home. You can do whatever you want during your day. You decide when you work. You don't have to move. There are people, they say to me, I don't want to be there, it's cold. You are totally right. I didn't want to be there, it was cold, and I've chosen a hot place. I'm happy where I am. Sometimes it's too hot, okay, I turn on air conditioning. This is the problem. Solved, fixed. I don't want to go somewhere because I have to. And if you are an engineer and you have the right skills, you can work remotely. And this already transforms the quality of your life. But this is not enough. When you are at that level, you work remotely, you work from home, you design things, you decide the course of your life, but it's not enough. You decide your salary, my friend. You decide your salary. The only thing you need is solid foundations. I tell you, I have in the program people, they earn an insane amount of money already. And I have people, they start from scratch, coming from other fields, they change their life, they transform their life completely. Afterwards, you get busy. I tell you, because this is the problem. There are few engineers, and when you know your stuff, you'll become busy. But this is not a reason to give up. So I need to insist on this. You need to rebuild the configuration habit. You need to rebuild the configuration habit. And then you need to just show up at a Zoom session. Show up at a Zoom session and you are there. You don't have anything else to do. You just see the configuration with the trainer. Ask questions, pay attention, done. Your work is done. Now you receive the configuration and you practice on your own. In 24 weeks, you reinforce all your foundations at another level. So after those 24 weeks, something happened. I tell you, if you are already our Zero to CCIE engineer, what happened is that I don't even need to have the mindset session with you anymore. Because at the end of the day, what I do during a mindset session with you, I will explain you these things. I will explain you that this pain, all this pain disappears. if you just go back doing the configuration. Disappears. You just need to be able to go there. And now, after 24 weeks, you are doing the configuration. Well, what do you think you find? You find just another level, meaning you are able now to answer or to configure 8 lines, and you just need the last 2. How much time will take you for the last 2? A little. This is the detail. It's not the core. The core is the foundation. When you have the foundation, everything becomes easy. You are in the loop. It's a positive loop. And if you are new, a new student, this gives you an advantage on all the others. You can't even consider them the competitors. Who can compete with you if you start with this program? You start from configuration from day one. And everyone will say, but who's this guy? Where he comes from? I mean, you need to understand that with this program, you get rid of all the competition, because you start from the hands-on. You start from the practical. And it's really something like driving license. Think about it. Out there, they try to push you the idea that you just need to learn the theory on how to drive. But that's not correct. When you're at CCNA level, you need to learn a bit of theory and practice. Take the car and drive it. CCIE is a different story. CCIE is not a car, CCIE is an airplane. So you don't want to start from the practical because it's an airplane. There are too many things. You want to have a good theory before. But when you have the right foundations at CCNA level, after, trust me, will become incredibly easier, because you'll have fun when you learn the CCIE concept with us. Is the same system we use during the configuration. And when you arrive to the configuration, you'll find that without you to know, we introduced already some CCIE or CCNP level detail into the CCNA, into the Zero to CCNA. This is our system. I shouldn't say this to you because it's a spoiler, but who cares? I tell you this. The only thing I don't tell you today is the price. That is a no-brainer price. Under any circumstance, I will declare it before February 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I know that you expect, oh, but this price will be in any way. I can't do that. I like to do that, but I have to do the cheap training where with the dog and these things about the cake they are cooking in the other room, and no. When I tell you the price on February 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, you'll be shocked. And if you are our student, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's a no-brainer if you are not our student, if it's a no-brainer if you are already our student. It's a no-brainer anyway. It's two different offers, but you see that I created the way to make you the same offer, because I don't want to make differences. I just make an extra advantage, of course, for our existing students, because for me, they are always number one. So I always first think about our existing students. I want to ensure that you're going to arrive to the result. And even if you arrive to the result, because when I see transformation of our students, they arrive and they find a job, this is the best result for our school. But for me, it's never enough. What I want is more. What I want is, okay, you have a good job now, good, but still, you need to go back, rebuild the configuration habit. Rebuild the configuration habit. Don't forget, when you rebuild the configuration habit, number 2, 2023 is the year of action, and remember all the time, number 3, action plus interaction equal your success. And I want to say, last thing, number 4, and my personal favorite, is change my life. Keep in mind, I say to myself, but you can make it yours. Yesterday, let me write it down. Number 4, keep in mind this. Repeat it to yourself all the time. This changed my life. I say, Christian, yesterday, you said, tomorrow, Yesterday, you said tomorrow. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. I'll see you February 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern. Your life will change. Schedule a Zoom session with me right now. Don't wait too much because, listen, the problem is this. I know how things work. We are now very close to the date, 19 days from the date. And this is something that will go beyond any reasonable expectation. There is a desperate need for this. I can see it. It's the first time that something like that happened. And everyone wants to join. So start talking to me right now. I know that I'm already talking to so many of you. If you still didn't talk to me, this is the time. Talk to me now. Schedule. You can find the link in the description below, 0-to-CCNA.com. Talk to me now. You know why? Because when you arrive close here, everything will become quite intense. I can tell you because I know you guys so well. And when we arrive here, I've never seen something like this. Even for a 0-to-CCIE, that is a program that changed completely the life of so many people, but it was not like now. This is the first time someone decides to deliver CCNA 24 weeks, starting from the hands-on and providing all the labs in even G. It's crazy. I mean, you see already before I'm presenting you officially on the 5th of March, the first Zoom session, that this works, and this is something that solves all your problems. And you see yourself already after arriving at CCIE level. Who can stop you when you have all the foundations and you know everything in configuration? No one will stop you. And you see yourself, you don't need to travel spending $5,000 for making a bootcamp of 5 days. Those things are useful maybe for someone who is ready for the exam, but not someone who starts from scratch. This is from zero. We give you everything in 24 weeks, all the foundations. So what you want to do, schedule a Zoom session with me right now, today, talk to me. So that when you arrive at the 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern, you are there, you have your popcorn, your Coke. Don't drink beer because you have to make a decision. Drink your Coke or drink your water. What you have to do that day, you just need to listen to me announcing the no-brainer prize, nothing else. You know already everything. You already asked me your question. That's why I opened all the calls individually to you guys, because I want to talk to you. I want to know who you are. I want to know what's your goal. I want to know how can I provide the best possible service. And that's how we arrive to this final solution that will change the game forever for everyone. Of course, it's a huge amount of work on our side, but it's a massive results on yours. Again, the price will surprise you. But schedule a call with me right now, because after, when we arrive towards here, you see the calendar will become very, very busy. Places are limited. You don't want to miss this opportunity. Also because you have to be really aware that the no-brainer prize is not infinite. The no-brainer prize will be only on the 25th of February, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we close the offer on the 4th of March, because the 5th of March we start with the training. So you want to be ready on the 25th. Just stay there, prepare your Coke, prepare your Sprite, prepare your 7-Up, prepare what you have to prepare your PayPal open, prepare your credit card ready, and when you hear the no-brainer price, you just start this. This is a no-brainer. If you say no to this, it's because you don't want to change your life. You have to be really, really honest this time. And again, now I'm sure that you are thinking, okay, but what's this price? How can it be? It's impossible. It can't be so cheap like he says. But I will make a price that will shock you. I tell you, of course, you need to be reasonable. You need to think about that it's 48 hours. We block the trainer with you, so it can't be like those people that they give you the training of 1996 talking to you about ISDN. No. This is the last version. The labs are done now, are finalized now. So it's 2023, it's February 2023. Labs, CCNA, no one has labs, CCNA, only us. And not one, 24 weeks of labs. I mean, You understand already. There's no need for me to explain it too much. You understand already. That's why there is so much interest. That's why everything is becoming really crazy here. And that's why I'm telling you, don't wait the last moment. The last moment is just for showing up when I'm going to do the presentation, and just make your decision. Again, it's a no-brainer price, so it's a no-brainer decision. And once again, you need to rebuild the configuration habit. 2023 is the year of action, and action plus interaction is your success. This is the truth. The very last thing, my favorite, never forget, yesterday you said tomorrow. Yesterday you said tomorrow. I'm going to continue this presentation because you really need to be aware. I don't want to hear, I didn't know that, I didn't know that. Can I have the no-brainer price after the 25th of February? Guys, it's impossible that you don't know that, because we are everywhere now. Everyone is talking about this, you know it. Subscribe here, first of all, because I still see only 1,400 subscribers. How you know it if you don't subscribe? Now you know it. Subscribe. And be ready on the 25th of February, because at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to announce the no-brainer prize. Everyone will join this. Even if you are a serial procrastinator, this time you'll make an exception. And you'll see that all that pain will dissolve as soon as you join the first Zoom session. Why? Because after you're going to practice, after you're going to do the first time hands-on, you won't say anymore, I don't know, I don't remember how to do subnetting. Oh, I don't know how it is IPv6. Oh, I don't know how it is the access list. No, I have to postpone because now I'm too tired. No, you just do it. You just become a relentless executor, and your only habit during the day will be configuration. Configuration hands-on. Hands-on configuration. Configuration hands-on. You'll become ruthless with the configuration. You are going to do configuration everywhere. And when you are at this level, everything will become crystal clear to you, because you are going back to our video training just looking for the information for the coming week. And you see that you just need to spend half an hour per week to prepare the lesson. Or maximum, when you'll be busy, is 1 hour per week. There's no excuse. My friend, 2023 is the year of action. All the excuses are finished now. The only thing that you say, oh, but yes, you say now the price is a no-brainer, but then when I arrive, I can't break my bank, because I'm sure that will be something 48 hours with the trainer, will be live with all the configuration, with all the labs, even G. This is something that is so expensive. Wait the 25th of February. If you are our student, you'll be shocked. If you are not our student yet, you'll be our student on February 25th, because what I'm going to propose you this time is something that is a pure no-brainer. It's the first time I will propose a price like that publicly. First time. I never did that before, and I do it just now that I propose you the most interactive program ever, the foundational. This will change the life of so many people. So if you want to get this no-brainer prize, be ready, 25th of February, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't tell me after, I didn't know, and I have to think about it. There's nothing to think about here. There's really nothing to think about it. Because here, when I announce the prize, is a no-brainer. So you're going to do it. The only requirement here is show up on February 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We are really there, 19 days from now. Don't miss that appointment, because that prize will never, ever, ever be repeated anymore. I will never repeat that prize for any reason. That prize will shock you. When I say it, I want to check what's going on here. Because when I say, I see all joining. So after, I have to sit down with the trainer, talking, and say, okay, how can we manage this because I want you to be in an environment where you can really be the configurator. You must become the configurator. So I want to create an environment where you really develop the configuration habit. And when you develop this and you do the work, you'll become unstoppable. Trust me, it's a pain not to do it. When you do it, everything will become like you feel free. Finally, you are doing it. What's blocking you is something in your mind that's the procrastination. It's terrible. You don't want to have that. I know that there are programs that don't give you anything. You don't even have the configuration files, nothing. So how can you practice? I mean, I see people, they say, I bought the switch, but I don't know how to connect, and the wife complained for the noise. I know these things, but that's not the configuration habit. You are busy. You have a limited amount of time. You need to practice. You need to do the hands-on. And on 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, when I announce the price, the no-brainer price, I want to see. It's the end. It's finished. We announced this already. It's finished. It's over. I mean, all those things that don't work, I know that you tried probably all of them. It's over. You're going to connect on Zoom. 24 weeks of pure configuration, hands-on experience. You develop such a solid foundations that after you arrive to CCIE. So, February 25th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and never forget, yesterday you said tomorrow. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Thanks.